It's Sunday, May 8th. The radar is lit up tonight. Find out what's still to come. Plus, new evidence into who killed St. Paul Police Sergeant Gerald Vick. And
at best, these babies live for a few months.
Hear the story of Maya's baby, a baby born with a rare genetic disorder. Plus,
I'm always ready.
inside Graceland, how you can see what Elvis saw every morning. This is WCCO 4 News at 10. Thanks for watching. I'm John Rieger.
And I'm Terry Gruca. Right now, severe storms are rumbling through towns in north and southwestern Minnesota. About an hour ago, heavy rain pounded downtown Minneapolis. Flashes of lightning briefly lit up the sky, and the quick downpour hit the sidewalks hard as water rushed through the gutters. Meteorologist Mike Fearborn is watching live radar for us in the CCO Weather Center. He joins us now. Mike?
Things are settling down rather nicely out there right now after the thunderstorms that issued, the Weather Service issued severe thunderstorm warnings for the entire metro area about 8 o'clock. And again, that is just about over with. Let's take a look at Town Alert and show you that the only thing left, they have now allowed the tornado watches to expire. The severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect until 1 has now been canceled. The only thing we still have left is that flash flood watch up in extreme northwestern Minnesota. Let's check Storm Alert and show you what's going on. This is where the thunderstorms are now that moved through us about 8:30 tonight, and you can see they're still up around Moose Lake and still kicking up their heels a little bit. Some heavy downpours up there, but we've not seen as much lightning as was down here across the metro area. And the next round of thunderstorms are still moving across southwestern Minnesota up into south central Minnesota. We could still get clipped a little bit with those a little bit later on tonight, and we'll tell you how much longer this pesky low that's been creating all this bad weather is going to be around.
Yeah, been a busy night for you. Thanks for keeping us updated.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike. Tomorrow, charges are expected to be filed against 2 men accused of killing a St. Paul police officer.
Antonio Kelly and Harry Evans are suspected of shooting Sergeant Gerald Vick after a confrontation last week. As WCCO's Esme Murphy learned, a videotape of the actual shooting is expected to be part of the evidence against Vick's accused killers.
Sources tell WCCO that videotape from surveillance cameras mounted on buildings near the shooting captured the murder of Sergeant Vick. The shooting took place in this alley right here. Right across the street is Eric's Bar. And across the street over here is a large concrete building. It's a 3M facility, and on top of it is a surveillance camera. On the other side of the bar is another 3M building with another surveillance camera. It was outside Eric's Bar early Friday morning that Sergeant Vick and his partner, Sergeant Joe Strong, confronted Antonio Kelly and Harry Evans, who appeared to be panhandling. Investigators say Kelly and Evans left the area, but minutes later returned and shot Vick. At police headquarters today, Ramsey County Attorney Susan Gertner arrived to continue working on putting together charges in the case, going through what happened with investigators.
They are reviewing and sifting through all of that evidence.
Also today, mourners continue to sign books of condolence for the Vick family at St. Paul City Hall. Among the mourners, State Senator Mike McGinn and his wife Lisa. Both are retired St. Paul police commanders who work closely with Sergeant Vick.
Jerry was an exceptional officer.
Just an incredible young man, and he will be sorely missed.
Some of those signing condolence books were simply too broken up to talk on camera. Preparations are also underway for Sergeant Vick's funeral on Wednesday. An overflow crowd of more than 1,000 mourners is expected. And because, John, so many St. Paul police officers want to attend that funeral, arrangements have been made from around the metro area. Police officers are volunteering to take over those St. Paul police officers' shifts, so the streets of St. Paul will be covered during the funeral hours.
Those officers certainly come together at times like this. Thank you so much, Esme. A public visitation for Sergeant Vick is planned for Tuesday afternoon. It starts at 4 at the Bradshaw Funeral Home in St. Paul. Vick's funeral is on Wednesday. It starts at noon at Gustavus Adolphus Church. You can support his wife and kids by contributing to a memorial fund. That information is posted at links and numbers on WCCO.com. Tonight, 2 boys are recovering from an accident that ended their bike ride.
Investigators say the driver of a Hummer H2 hit the boys on County Road 19 in Stacy this afternoon. An ambulance brought the 11-year-old boy to the local hospital. The 13-year-old boy had to be flown to Regents Hospital in St. Paul. We haven't heard how either boy is doing tonight. Tomorrow, friends and family say goodbye to a pair of high school sweethearts. Dylan Raines and Joy Marciniak died in a car accident in Mora last week. This evening, their classmates and relatives went to visitations for each of them at neighboring churches. Both funerals are tomorrow. Investigators say Raines and Marciniak were driving to his baseball practice when they tried to pass a classmate's car and bumped it. Police also think speed played a role in this crash. Neither Raines nor Marciniak was wearing a seatbelt.
This Mother's Day, Minnesota families tried to get one step ahead of breast cancer. More than 50,000 people participated in the yearly Twin Cities Race for the Cure. Among the crowd in Bloomington, Zach Brown and his classmates. They raced in honor of his mom, Julie. She's a breast cancer survivor, and she hopes money raised today can brighten the future of treatment.
I'm fortunate that I'm